I knew something was wrong the day I drove past the edge of my rural property and saw construction cranes towering over the tree line. Machines ripping through the earth like they owned the entire horizon. And at first I thought it was just another subdivision popping up nearby, until I checked my old boundary markers and realized the nearby subdivision wasn't nearby at all. Half the development was sitting directly on my land my father left me, land that had been in our family since before the highway even existed. I stormed into the HOA office demanding answers. And HOA President Mark acted like he was doing me a favor, saying they had repurposed unused acreage for community expansion, and if I signed a few papers, they'd generously compensate me with a year of free HOA dues on land they didn't even own. I told him this was my property, and he laughed, literally laughed, saying the developer had already absorbed it into their planned community map, and that if I fought them, they'd drag me through court until I went broke. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just went home, opened the fireproof box my dad left me, and pulled out the original land grant, chain of title records, registered surveys, and mineral rights documents spanning almost a century. Then I hired a land use attorney, who nearly jumped out of his chair when he saw how airtight my paperwork was. When the court date came, the HOA showed up with glossy maps and fake confidence, until my attorney dropped the historical deed on the table and the judge compared their boundary lines with the county records. I swear the room went silent enough to hear Mark's soul leave his body when the judge ruled that every one of the 512 new homes, every slab, every driveway, every pipe sat illegally on private land belonging entirely to me. The judge ordered the HOA and developer to compensate me for full land value, damages, legal fees, and ongoing rent until the mess was resolved. And when Mark tried to speak, the judge shut him down so hard he sank into his chair like wet cardboard. I walked out owning everything they built, everything they paved, everything they thought they could steal. And if you love watching HOA tyrants lose everything in one brutal moment, hit that subscribe button right now because the next story hits even harder.